Hi, this is Dodie, a fast food addict. I wanted to do an update. It's been a little longer than I wanted it to be. I am 32.7 weeks post-op from duodenal switch in Mexico on December 8th. That's 229 days post-op. Current stats, my high weight was 270. That was in October, and surgery date December 8th, 2017, I was 242.8. Today I am 165.3. So I am no longer in the obese category. I have hit and surpassed my 100-pound loss, which is great. So 104.7 pounds overall, 77.5 since surgery. And I've been on a 2-week stall, so I was hoping to be even lower before I did an update. I have my goal weight of 132.9, so I'm only 32.4 pounds away from that. And if I continue to trend, the 10-pound loss each month, which is kind of hard because as you get closer to goal, you're going to lose less and less. But 32.4 pounds to go. I can do that before the end of the year if I continue to be faithful to my DS diet, and that's low carbs. A couple things. My hair, you can see, I kind of left it up here so you can see all that regrowth. It looks silly now. I have to kind of do Control Freak or like balm to hold it down. Otherwise I get those frizzies, but it does show that it's starting to grow back, which is very exciting. That's one of the scariest things about a lot of people worry about losing their hair, and I was extremely nervous about that. Every time I'd get in the shower, my hands would come away with clumps of hair. I thought for sure I'd have to shave my head or get a wig, and then and that was probably between month 4 and 6 that I had that extreme hair loss. Since then, again, you can see that it's growing back. It's starting to look a little thicker, and things are going good. Life update. Things have been pretty hectic, I guess. The weight loss is still going good. I tend to go through like a 2-week stall and then lose for 2 weeks, about 10 pounds, and then go through another stall. So I know that I'm starting to come out of that stall. Back in, let's see, May, I had an umbilical hernia repair, which I'm pretty sure that I told you guys. Since then, I started to heal. I started feeling better. And then I started getting that tearing sensation again when I would sneeze. It's over from my belly button, so about 2 inches over. And I started getting just lower back pain. Anytime I'd sit, it would just radiate horrible pain. And my job was sitting, talking on the phone for 6 to 8 hours a day, and I couldn't even sit for 10 minutes without it hurting. By the time I'd get to work or get to a doctor's appointment, it was in a lot of pain. I was getting some numbness in my toes on my right side and in my leg on my left side, just above my knee, that tingling feeling. So I did go to primary care. They referred me to a spine specialist, and they have diagnosed me with lumbar spinal lactosis. I don't think I said that right, but it's just a degenerative disease with the joints. The joints inside just are rubbing against each other. I am going through the insurance hoops in order to get an MRI to see if there is any more damage in there than they could see on just regular x-rays, and that could be pinched nerve causing the damage or the tingling and the numbness. I am going through physical therapy, and I've gone to 5 sessions so far, so learning how to stretch the right way to help heal those back. They did put I think he called it the S1 joint, my hip, back in. That was out. And but the biggest part about the physical therapy that's been giving me the problems is getting on and off of the table. As I'm moving, it's pulling and ripping that internal whatever it is. We thought the doctor, when he did the umbilical hernia, he thought, well, maybe that might be some scar tissue, or uh, mid muscle hernia, and we would not be able to see that until we go in. So he did check in that area back in May, and there was no scar tissue on my right side. Any scar tissue I had was my left side, which I've never had an issue with, pain wise. And he said that area was good. The umbilical hernia was actually a little bit bigger than he anticipated it to be, and it did help quite a bit with that pain. Maybe it's because I was being extra careful. Luckily, I wasn't sneezing as I was healing from that. But now that it's coming back, that doctor that did the surgery, he just said, it's nothing life-threatening. I didn't see anything in there causing that issue. So, now we just need to go other routes. So I'll try to get another get an MRI to see if they can see anything. I am scheduled, just waiting for insurance approval on the CT scan to see if there's any more kidney stones, because I've been having issues with the kidney stones again. And they'll look and make sure nothing's going wrong with this umbilical hernia repair that they just did, and then look over a little bit further to see what's causing that pain. I do have more pain, like a side ache that's a little bit deeper and over further to the right, and that just feels like I've run and run and run, and then that pain just coincides a lot with that tearing sensation. So the physical therapist is the one that encouraged me to go back to my primary care so that we can start pursuing that issue with the stomach. It's like, I think your back is starting to heal with the exercises we're doing, but we're limited to what we can do because of that stomach. So let's get that looked at and figured out so that we can, continue to strengthen and heal you. I did have a few, and I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, where twice now I've had a sensation where like I can't breathe, and then I get such horrible pain in my chest and back and ribs, like it's just tightening up, and it's so excruciating pain that I'm walking around. I don't know if I want to lay on the ground, which I can't because of my stomach or my back. If I want to throw up, that lasts about maybe 10 to 20 minutes max, and then it goes away, and then I'm fine again. I did have my gallbladder removed in December with my DS, and that is, sometimes a symptom of a gallbladder attack, is what I understand. But with mine being removed, that may be still some bile in there. The only thing that I can think of that is causing that, the only similarities was I had taken a Tylenol with codeine that was given to me for the back pain. And previously I was taking just a half of a dose at night and then falling asleep and going sleeping through the night. And both times I think I had taken a full dose of that, and it was getting that sensation. Horrible. I thought I wanted to die. But it didn't last long enough to actually go to the ER to find out what was going on. So I'm just pinning that to being part of maybe just a bad reaction to that. Maybe my liver didn't like that Tylenol with codeine. So I haven't taken any of that, just kind of going to regular Tylenol. And then I was given some muscle relaxers. And I did take a muscle relaxer on Monday and got the best sleep finally ever, which I'm a tummy side sleeper, not been able to do that because of that ripping in my tummy. I've had to sleep on my back, and I just don't feel like I get any rest with that. I have had to quit my job because of missing so much time. I wasn't able to return back because I just cannot sit there. So I am just waiting for my primary insurance to run out at the end of this month, and then I can get the MRI and things like that that I need with my husband's insurance. That's my secondary. It'll turn to my primary, and then we can start actually getting some answers and figure out what's going on so that I can start feeling well enough so I can get back to work, because it's miserable being home. Miserable and boring, even though I get to spend some time with my daughters. I've always been a hard worker, and I like to get out and work and be busy. So other than that, again, I'm very excited to no longer be in the obese category. I've got my 100-pound weight loss. My 2-week stall is starting to finally go down with pain. Unfortunately, I've been eating a little bit more. I've been attacking the carbs again, little bags of potato chips. I'm finding old habits are coming back, and I'm just finding a way to eat around those habits, and the sleeve and the DS, but not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that I can fix. I know what I'm doing wrong, and just go back to the basics, and then the weight will start moving again. And again, I'm just only 32 pounds, 32.4 pounds from my goal weight, and that's 132.9 is the goal weight. My primary care said he'd like to see me at 140. I want to be a little bit mid of a healthy BMI, but who knows, I can maybe even get below that with the way things are going, and with my height and my frame. I might even shoot for a little bit lower if things continue to go the way that they have been, even with those stupid 2-week stalls. Makes it hard, but again, it'll go back to the loss again, and it'll seem like I'm losing every single day again until I hit that stall. My arms are getting a little bit smaller. They're still quite jiggly, but I do have quite a bit of muscle there. The biggest area of loss has really been my legs and my butt. There's really no fat on the back of my butt. The areas that I still need to lose, a little bit more on my arms, but primarily my tummy and my hips are the biggest areas. I did get into a size small top, which is amazing, and size 12 pants. The biggest thing with the size 12 pants is, again, it fits kind of snug around the waist area, but it's loose in the butt and legs. So, and that's very different for me because I'm always usually tight in the legs and butt. So the loss, again, is just different than I expected it to be. I still have quite a bit of a chest. They sag a little bit more. They're not as dense as they used to be. But, I'm happy with the results so far. And again, as I'm losing now, it's going to be in my stomach, and then I'll start getting into smaller and smaller pants, which is pretty exciting. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. Please comment, ask any questions that you have. If you have any good videos that you think are good to watch, please attach it, and we'll talk to you next time. Hopefully not quite as long in between. Take care.